Well, welcome to a new Harry's Garage video, and yes, I am back at Tyrrell Classic Cars to see the progress on the Countach. It has been a while since I've been up here. We've had a few issues with the gearbox rebuild that we'll go through during the video, but there's proper progress being made. There is the gearbox, so it's back, and there's the engine all dressed and ready to go as well. Loads going on the car as well. I'm also just going to drop in my Espada is down there. If you watch my end of year roundup, you'll realise there were one or two things going on with the Espada as well. That's here. Quick look at that at the end. But kicking off, let's go have a look round the Countach. Iain Tyrrell's just over there, and we'll just see what they've been doing to the car.
Greetings.
Hello. Hi. Well, it looks different. I mean, it needs a bit of an expert to see what's different with this car,
yes,
but it does look good.
Well, I mean, the way they built the engine compartment, it's not designed to look amazing.
I know.
It's towards the functional end of the scale.
Oh, it is. It is, and it looks a lot better once you put the engine in, almost, doesn't it? Otherwise, it's just this big hole and pipes, and this is air conditioning, isn't it, going on here? Yeah. But you found something going on here, didn't you?
That's right. Between the top, between the two shock absorbers, there was an
this
oval,
one, wasn't it?
And so James has ground that down and welded a plate in there,
right,
and just generally strengthened the area. It's funny, you never know with Italian metal where it's going to rust.
No.
You can't, one doesn't cross, copy and paste to another.
No.
So we've done that anyway. We've taken all these fiberglass panels where your hand is off. They're just very roughly moulded fiberglass panels, and they've been reattached. We've stripped the chassis down, treated it, painted it.
All this down here, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this weird, tubular chassis on a Countach. People don't realise how it's quite a beautiful thing. The body is just laid on top of this chassis.
Yes, literally. That's right.
You know, that's the way they constructed this car. It's quite stiff compared to Miuras and things, but it is lots and lots of wells and round tubes, etc. And I think I'm right in saying that the Diablo moved to square section tubing, didn't it, rather than round like this?
Yes, it is different. Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to think what else is. You've redone the header tank, that's not here. You've tidied up this little bit here, haven't you? Just redone that in black again.
Yeah, that's how it should be with the chassis number in red.
Brilliant. What it really needs is an engine going back in, isn't it? That's what we want it does.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe a Chevy 5.7.
No, I know exactly the engine's going back in here. You can see my boot here. It's quite funny. You can see these panels as well, can't you? Have these side panels.
Yes.
That's hiding a load of the electronics. Well, is it?
It is ignition.
Yeah, it hides under there, and fuses and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
There was actually one that side, but I took it out to enlarge the boot, so you have a boot going all the way through here. But that sits in my workshop at home. Good. Right, what else has been going on? If we walk down the car...
Yep, rear suspension has all been refurbished, all the arms, etc. There's still a minimal amount of play.
I heard this. We have all these rose joints on it, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I think this is... Anyway. Yeah, oh, there it is. I'll just get it play there.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit.
I've never seen so many rose joints on a suspension system. It's like nothing else,
particularly
isn't it?
a road car.
Yeah.
They don't have them
It's
normally.
crazy.
Rubber bushed for insulation.
Yeah, normally, but not so on this one.
Correct.
Yeah.
But there's one on this side and one on that side with minimal play.
Yeah.
And do you want them done?
Absolutely. I want this to be the best driving Countach QV out there at the time we've done it. And I know it's madness not to replace those rose joints on a Countach because they feel awful. They soon go off because there's movement. Yeah. And then, I love the carpets. You probably can't see this side, but the carpets look fantastic. What Craig did with those carpets and being original as well, it just really lifts it for me.
Yes.
Well worth spending the money.
He's put some clips on them as well, so that they don't sort of ruck up under the pedals like they usually do.
Yeah, they're always moving down. Yeah. No, that's ace.
Yeah.
There's still a bit of work. We ought to have a look at the leather and stuff. But if we come down here, new brakes, new discs. Rebuilt caliper.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah, and again the suspension all rebuilt. Refurbished.
Of course, we've done all the suspension, all the bushes and shockers and springs. That's all done. Oh, but you've done all the rebuilt suspension as well. That's great. That is one good thing, getting those, because they weren't. I've had this juddering brakes for too long now.
Yeah. Well, the fact that some of the joints have play in them will also accentuate that.
Oh, that's good. And another bit of welding here. You found a bit of corrosion on this bit, didn't you?
Yeah, James has cut this out, and that's all been re-welded in, sealed. He's got to do a little bit of tidying up on the fiberglass underneath. I mean, they're terribly crude, you know.
Yes, this area is a nonsense to me on a Countach, because it's open to the elements. It always gets me. You've got these ducts, haven't you? Just fresh air coming in here for no good reason.
And water, of course.
And water, yeah.
Under the right.
Yeah.
The right
and your spare
conditions.
wheel sits there, and water will collect there, and hey presto, it goes rusty.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, all good. I'm trying to think what else there is to look at. Oh, there's this. Now this is an old and new one, is it?
That is old and new.
Right.
So this is the transfer shaft.
Yeah.
That goes in between the gearbox and the differential underneath the engine.
Right.
And this is the old one. And voila.
And there's the new.
That's the new one.
Right.
It doesn't look that worn, but these are very sharp and very unpleasant.
It's very it's polished. You can tell that's seen some action. That has.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You haven't shown you this, but I've brought this. This has been in the top of my workshop for a while.
Oh.
That. Any ideas?
It looks like a steering column.
There's a bit of a clue. Countach. That is my steering column. Right. I actually had power steering put on this Countach.
Yeah.
I just want it to go back absolutely to as it was. It was a reason why I actually put power steering on it, and that was I fitted some sort of track day tyres, and the load it put through the front was crazy. I had to drive out to the factory, do a story Valentino. I thought I can't pull this through the corners. I have then swapped over to the standard P7 tyres, and it's much easier steering effort. So I would much rather. I don't need to park this in towns and cities and multi-storey car parks. I just want it to be great on the road. So. Yeah, I'm hoping you can fit that back in.
I'm sure we can.
And take the power steering out.
Yes.
Is there anything else we should be looking at there? They look new down there. What are they?
Well, these are the drive shafts, the original ones, but they've been fully rebuilt.
Okay.
This has been blasted and coated.
Yeah.
They repacked with CV joint grease and new rubber boots on them.
Oh, good.
And everything plated, bolts, etc.
Gosh, this is a new car, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Anything else there? No, there's pipes, isn't it, for the water? Another Countach. They just grow here, don't they? Where do these Countachs
We're trying to breed them, but it hasn't worked yet.
It hasn't worked yet. That's an interesting colour as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Original factory colour.
Is it? And it's got the mouse hair and dash as well, isn't it? Rather than leather, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's an early one then.
Yes. This is a 1981.
Is it really?
It's the first Countach I ever worked on in 1989.
So, yeah, a gearbox, look, it's here, it's back.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
Yes.
What a world of pain the poor guy went through, because the gears arrived, didn't they? They weren't quite right in places.
Well, I've got here's Exhibit A, and just to recap, remember the noise, of course, only too well. That was what was causing it. If I move that along the spline to there, it's marginally better, but still too much play. But the problem was the gear that this meshes with, or rather the replacement, was a different tooth profile.
Unreal.
So you had to buy the second gear,
but they don't
which
tell
was
you
on
this.
back order.
Yeah. I wonder for everybody who's doing it and finding out they need it. I'm staggered they don't tell you when you order it, but there we are.
Yeah. But of course, if we'd known in advance, we've had gears made for other cars. We could have had one made, but hindsight is.
We just think you're doing it's great that the support the factory are redoing these unattainable parts from many years ago. So, but it's back together now. It's in there. The shiny bits, the replacement bits, are inside here.
It's all built up. Yeah.
There's no. It's very. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, there's nothing there. That feels like a new gearbox there. You can't tell. There's no play there, no nothing. Yeah.
And it hasn't got any oil in it yet, so it'll feel better, obviously.
That's where the power comes out of the gearbox and disappears into there, doesn't it?
That's correct.
And fires off to the diff at the end of the engine. But and
we faced off the flywheel because it was just slightly had a couple of high spots on it.
Right.
Just to get rid of any possibility of clutch judder.
Okay. And what do we have here? Oh, big lump.
Yep.
Is that so? That's a new, all new clutch then.
Yep.
Plates and cover. Wow. Does that come out of there? Yeah, there we are. There we are. On there. Yeah. Plenty of meat on there, sir.
Exactly.
We won't be back here for another 50,000 miles, sir. I hope. Yeah.
That's your challenge.
Yeah, see how it is. But engine, I suppose I haven't. No, this has all gone back together as well, hasn't it?
It has. So, yeah, we've blasted and repainted the cam covers in the correct crackle black.
Good.
All this has been coated, blasted and coated. All these done. We can't do them in cadmium because cadmium is actually illegal now.
Right.
So we yellow zinc plate them, which is the next best thing.
Right. Oh, okay. Good. That looks really nice. Nothing in the rear diff either, was there? There's no need to touch that.
No,
See,
absolutely not.
So this, have you taken this cover off? I can't think. You suppose you're not. No.
We have actually. Just
you have. You've had a look back there.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Distributors, my favourite thing when we get to the Espada, you'll find out. Yeah, we'll discuss that. But yeah, electronic ignition as standard on this car.
Yes.
So yeah. So plan of action, sir, on Countach engine and gearbox. So you're going to marry the two together.
Yes. And then it's ready to go back in. We've got the manifolds, which you've seen,
the exhaust manifolds. Yeah,
the reconditioned manifolds.
Yeah.
With the ceramic coating to stop it damaging the paint on the chassis, because that's what happens. The exhaust manifolds burn the paint off the chassis.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Makes it more efficient as well.
Yeah.
Reduces under bonnet temperatures.
Yeah, I'll measure them. Yeah, right. Okay. I can't wait.
Good.
What a power plant this is to go back in. While we're here, why don't we have a little look at the Espada?
Okie dokie.
Yeah. That's coming along beautifully now, isn't it?
It's not far off being finished this now. Yeah. Marcus is just building the engine up.
Oh yeah.
And then it's put that in, and it's It's really.
It's been lovely to watch.
Well.
Yeah. Look at that tiny indicator.
Yes.
It's hardly worth putting there, isn't it? He doesn't want to put it on at all. Like a parking sensor.
Well, I don't know whether you remember. It had these horrendous big things, which they needed for the German market.
Oh, I see.
So we've taken those off.
Right. And that's what they had?
That's what they had, yeah.
God, fantastic.
Bit different.
It is. Anyway, Espada.
Yes.
I see there's a steering wheel in the back.
Yes.
And a steering column.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll explain what's going on there in a moment. But basically it came in because of this ignition issues and just not running. And you've been going through that, haven't you, really?
I have. I mean, there are several alternatives. We've tried one of them that we've normally fitted, and it proved unreliable. So I'm actually looking in. I'm doing a piece of work at the moment onto what is the best one, so that we just put this to bed and finish with it, really.
I think, electronic ignition is available on these cars.
It is, yeah.
And I think that's the answer. I just don't want to hear about points again.
No.
I just want a distributor to distribute the sparks, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating because the engine is just on song, and it's running now, and the little bit I experienced of it's beautiful. It's got high torque, carb handles great, and then this, it just prevents us sort of using it as we want to use it, really.
It is very. The whole thing has been very frustrating.
Yeah.
I will have a solution for this for you very shortly.
Yes. Well,
Very shortly.
The weather's been grot, so I haven't really been pushing to have it back, but the weather will change. Now, the steering wheel, that's out because the only disappointing bit with the car when we were driving it is the steering feel.
Yep.
It just doesn't feel right. I drove that, you had a Spada in here, the power steering, that was much nicer.
Yes.
And your experience of these, the steering is quite a feature of the car, isn't it? And this one had no feel. It was no self-centering and weirdness.
I mean the Series 1 and 2 with the non-power steering don't feel as nice as the cars with the power steering.
The Series 3.
Because what happens quite often with manufacturers is when they add power steering, they also increase the gearing, so you get more direct steering as well.
So less turns lock to lock.
Precisely, because you've actually got the assistance, because otherwise it would be heavier still.
Yeah.
The it's never felt lovely, the steering on it at all.
No.
In fact, it's never felt very nice at all, actually.
No, it wasn't.
So we've sent the you had the easy power steering system on, which is great, and we found out that there was a voltage disparity between left and right.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was sort of never going to be right, no matter what we did to the steering.
Right.
That's been off to EZ power steering, EZ.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for it to come back. And I'm sure that will sort that side of it out 100%.
And you were telling me that it's on the way back, but
it's causing customs
because of good old we're
exactly.
out of the EU, and therefore they can't send it from Holland where they're based.
Exactly.
It can't.
Yes.
So frustrating.
So
well, I look forward to trying it. One with electronic ignition, and two with its new. And you've rebuilt the steering box, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Well. Espadas, Miuras don't. They don't self-centre. If you go into a corner, you actually have to literally feed the steering back to straight ahead. You've driven Miuras.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
With Espadas and whatever else, Countach, they do have a castering effect. They do self-centre. At the moment, this one doesn't. So that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
So you're looking whether you can do something on the actual, bring the wheel out or something to help it self-centering.
But we can't really do that till we know the steering column is 100%.
Yeah. So. The Countach is better news, and that's really is coming along now, isn't it? All the bits there.
They both won't belong in reality, really. British
good.
Customs
allowing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they've just taken the wheels off. I do like a rear wheel of a Countach. It still gets me.
I know.
Look at that.
It's mad, isn't it?
3, 4, 5 tyres. Yeah. They look quite worn, don't they? That's getting a bit marginal for MOT.
It is. Yes.
I wonder how that happened.
There's no tread wear indicators on that.
No, there isn't. I suppose it's prior to that. I suppose they've reused the moulds, and they probably didn't have them in the day, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Grand Tour lap times didn't help them actually. But
that's feathering on those treads there.
Yes.
That's because of the plane, the joints.
Oh yeah. I suppose it. Yeah. Just moving around.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the other one.
Yeah, that one's the same.
Is it?
Just feathering on the outside.
Yeah. Oh dear. We might have to get some new tyres on, won't we?
Well, they are available, which is the good news.
Yes. But they come at a price, don't they? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of Countach.
Countach. Yes. It's always been the same. But yeah, you got new brakes here as well. Then.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shocks redone again.
Yeah.
Everything.
Terrific.
Often. Yeah.
That looks absolutely terrific. And you've redone the calipers rebuilt as well.
Stainless steel pistons and sleeves.
Oh, that's in there as well.
Yeah. So makes the world a difference.
Yeah, handbrake, all new joints, but 1 or 2 joints still to replace.
Yeah.
To make it absolutely.
They were borderline, but if we're going for perfection, then we'll change.
Yeah, this is. It's funny having an F40 here as well. It just so happens we've got one of those.
Another 80s icon.
Yeah.
This is lovely, actually. This is a very rewarding job.
Is it? Yeah, they are nice.
Look at that, the original factory stencil.
Oh, on there. Yeah.
So we're not going to touch that.
All I'm looking at is I'm on rose joints and he's on just rubber bushes.
Well,
isn't it?
this is a really strange thing because the Countach is a road car.
Yeah.
It was never meant to be anything but a road car.
Yeah.
The F40, you could tune them up to whatever, 650, 700 brake horsepower.
I know,
They're a very focused sort of semi-track car, and it's got rubber bushes.
Yeah.
And the Countach has got
rose joint. It is odd, that because it never did any competition. I know. Bob Wallace probably wanted it to do competition because he knew the Miura never would, but I don't know. But that's another story. Yeah, well, it's great to see it here. Same shockers, aren't they? The Coney shockers as well.
Yeah.
Ventilated disc, much bigger brakes though. I'll give them that.
Cross-drilled as well.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got that. But mine, you got to remember Countach was 74, wasn't it, or something?
71 originally.
I suppose 71 when it was first thought. And this is 86?
87,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very rewarding job actually. It really is.
Lots of carbon.
Yeah.
All very nice. Well, I'm overjoyed the way this is now looking. It's had a proper refresh. I know we went a bit deeper than expected, but it's all for the good. And I bet it's just going to be fantastic to drive. That's what I wanted.
Good.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ian. That's been great to have another tour round. Yeah. And yeah, well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed that video, a little tour around the Countach and a little bit of a spada at the end. If you have, well, keep watching, keep subscribing, more videos coming on very soon.